Program committed to delivering information that's important to you and your community.
Hello and welcome again to Life Esteem. Always great to have you as a viewer. Hey, today we're going to talk with Dr. Lavette Paige, who is extremely well known in this community because she is the pastor of Martin Luther King Baptist Church, and she is a community activist that's getting things done. But today she's here to talk about the Martin Luther King Center, which is sort of a separate entity, 501c3 and all that good stuff. Yeah. Yes. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you. It's good to be here.
Okay, it's good to have you. You do so many things. And I always got to mention that you're part of that famous Scott White family, the singing Scott White family.
Yes.
Everybody knows the Scott Whites.
Everybody knows that no matter what I do.
That's right. First and foremost. Wonderful. But as pastor of Martin Luther King Baptist Church and now the King Center, tell us all about the King Center.
The King Center is my vision that I had, that God gave me, and now we see it coming to pass. Some of the dreams that I've had and working them out. But the King Center, it stands for King stands for knowledge, integrity, nurturing, and growth.
Okay.
And this is what we're all about. We're about, teaching our young people things that they're not learning in school. We're about integrity and places where our young people have lost their integrity, or their parents have lost their integrity, and now the children are suffering because of that. And so we're about nurturing some of the things that the children are learning. We're trying to nurture them and bring them to a good place. And growth, we're trying to grow our young people and grow the community and fill in some of the gaps that are open because maybe some other group didn't understand that these things need to be filled also. So we're trying to fill some of the gaps, and that's what our basic thing in the King Center is trying to, we're there to provide, we're there to do these things, grow and to nurture.
Where are you located?
We're located at 1243 South 18th Street, and that's in South Harrisburg. That's 17104, and a lot of the work that we do, it is the 17103 zip code and the 17104 zip code.
You used to be over on Market Street.
We used to be on 15th and Market.
15th and Market.
That's where we started out. That was our home base, and that's where the King Center was birthed. And like a lot of things, a lot of colleges, the King Center was birthed in the basement of the church.
All right.
And so, and it has come out of that 15th and Market area, which was 17103, and now we're focusing in the 17104, not forgetting 17103, because that is also important to us. So it's in South Harrisburg.
But you have a nice sized congregation, and they come from all over, right? All over the area?
They come from all over Harrisburg and Swatara Township, Lower Paxton, as far as Linglestown Road, my members come from all over.
I know that you have a dynamic board. I know a few people on the board, and you had a wonderful event over at Harrisburg Area Community College. We attended with a group out of Penn State. Many Voices. I forget the name of the group there.
I actually have it here. It was the Essence of Joy.
Essence of Joy.
Performers from Penn State, and so they came. They travel. They actually travel in the summer. So the Essence of Joy choir came, and Dr. Anthony Leach is their leader, and so they're actually coming back. And I was looking for the date. The date is Saturday, November 14th.
Wonderful.
And they will be back, and along with another group, I think the local Penn State group. We're trying to arrange that. So we're hoping that will happen. But if not, we definitely will have Essence of Joy and another local group.
Yeah.
That sounds wonderful.
So mark your calendars
No,
for
write it
that.
down,
All right,
that's
we're gonna
right.
put that
I don't have a
down.
location yet. We don't have a location yet,
Okay.
but that will be announced,
Very
and you'll
good.
know in time to be there.
Well, I thought it was a wonderful evening of
Oh,
music and
absolutely.
everything, but it really was a good time also to learn about your King Center.
Yes.
And I thought you did a great job of, inviting people to be a part of it. So, funding is always an issue. I mean, let's talk about that whenever agencies. How can the community support all the work you're doing? We haven't even gotten into half the work that you're doing at this point because we want to talk about that summer program. But how can the community that's watching now support the King Center?
The community can always, first of all, number one, support us by praying for us, because nothing happens without prayer. We need God to help and give us direction
Absolutely.
in everything that we do. Secondly, you can contribute. Definitely contribute to the cause, because when you contribute to a 501c3, you can you can take it off your taxes.
Right.
But you're giving to a child. You're giving to someone in a way where you may be in an area where you live and you're not located near anyone that you can reach out and touch and help.
Yeah.
But your funds can go far in helping some young person or some adult, that otherwise would not be able to attend some of the events that we have, or attend some of the classes that we have.
Sure.
But what we do, most everything we do is free, unless it's a fundraising event.
Fantastic.
So that your funds, anything you want to do to contribute, that would be wonderful. And the third thing that you can do, you can always volunteer.
Yeah.
We're always looking for volunteers. You work in the office. You can work with some of the programs that we have.
Sure.
There's always a way to volunteer and help the King Community Center.
Fantastic. Great.
Let's talk about some of these programs that you're making available. Nate had mentioned, talk about the summer enrichment program you're having, the second
Yes.
annual girls.
Yes.
Talk about what that looks like and what's going to happen with this.
This year we're having a 6-week summer enrichment program. Last year was a little longer. This year we had to cut it down.
Okay.
And that's because of funding.
Sure.
Because of funding, because we love the girls and we would like for it to be longer, but we're doing what we can, with the funds that we have.
Right.
So it's a 6-week program. The girls come in at they're there from like 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock
Nice.
in the afternoon, and we have all kinds of programs for them, academic. So we actually have a teacher, a school teacher that helps them in the morning. So they do that. They have creative arts.
Nice.
They have with the NFL, and some of the groups that come in, Salvation Army, Hamilton Health Center, PA Counseling Services, the Attorney General's Office, Penn State, just to name a few of the groups that come in and provide services to our young girls. And so we're very thankful for that.
Excellent. Very good. Yeah.
And so this program is, you said, it's a 6-week program.
Yeah.
And at the end of the session, is there a graduation or acknowledgement or something for the young women?
At the end of the 6 weeks, we have a dinner,
Okay.
and we invite all the families in the community, and the children do something that they've been practicing all
Fantastic.
summer for the whole 6 weeks.
Right.
And they do a performance, and we give out awards. And last year was so emotional because the children wanted to do Let It Go. That was the big thing last year. And it was interesting to watch the children that came in who were suspicious of each other. They came from different areas. They didn't know each other, and all of them were going through something different, and they were suspicious of us. They didn't know who we were.
Right.
Yeah.
And so seeing that in the very beginning, the first day, couple days, and then to see at the end where they were hugging each other and crying on stage, and
that's nice.
because they were going to be leaving each other for the summer, and to see that we were a part of that. That meant so much.
Sure.
And so to watch that, it brought tears to my eyes and say, God, the vision that you showed me, we are going in the right direction, and we are following that vision.
And I noticed you concentrated just on girls, and that was because what do you?
A lot of times young girls are responsible for the family. If the parents have checked out for one reason or other, it could be one parent or both parents. If that parent is working, a lot of times the younger girl is left for the cooking, the cleaning, the babysitting. And so what we want to do is give that child and let them be a child, and give them an opportunity to come and learn what it is to be a young woman, and learn things that they've never learned before. Travel to places. We took them last year to see the Martin Luther King Memorial
in DC.
In DC.
Oh, nice.
That was our last trip. At the end we give a dinner, and we also take them on a trip to a place that they normally wouldn't go. But we focus on girls for several reasons, and that was one. Another reason is because a lot of times they have programs for boys, and they don't have a lot of things for just girls.
Just girls,
And a lot of times, if girls and boys are mixed together all the time, a lot of times the girl's voice is not heard. So we're giving the young girls a chance to speak, and let their voices be heard, and let them know that when they do get in a circle, when they do get in a situation, and they grow up and they go into a job situation, and they go into a boardroom, like I have to do all the time, and you have to do that, and it's surrounded by men. They know that they can speak up, and they're not afraid. They're not ashamed, and they can speak what's on their mind and contribute, instead of sitting back saying, I'm not worthy to be a part of this. So we're trying to help these young women, young girls become young women, and show them that they do have a voice, and they are important.
That is excellent. You have another program called the Triple P program.
Yes, yes. The Triple P program is a program. Now, this is a collaboration with Dauphin County, and the positive is called Triple P for Positive Parenting Program. And so, this program is, like I said, we're partnering with other organizations, and this is to reduce abuse and neglect in that. Those two zip codes that we're talking about. And so we're going to have our partners are like Children and Youth, PA Counseling Services, Tri-Community Action, Presley Ridge, and Family Support of Pennsylvania. So these groups come together, and there's different sections of this. It's a multi-layer intervention that provides a range of services, from seminars to short-term intervention to clinical counseling. And the King Community Center will start our seminars in August.
Wonderful.
And we're also going to be at the beginning of this and rolling out the marketing piece. So that was given to the King Center, and that's a big piece.
That's a big piece.
And so to be selected to roll out this marketing piece for this huge event, and this has never happened in Pennsylvania, in our county before. So this is to have the King Center in the forefront, and with these other positions is a wonderful thing, and we're glad to be in that position.
Fantastic. Now, is this for parents and for the whole family unit, or how?
This is for the whole family, and if a parent comes and says that they want to be a part of this, and they need these different things, because this is being created for a parent that is at the end of their wits.
Yeah, yeah.
And before you whip your child to
Thank you.
to the point where they're not recognized, or to their backs are sore from a broom.
Yeah.
Before you do that, you call the King Center, call one of these groups, you know, and say, you know, I don't know what to do, and we'll bring you in with the family.
Yeah.
And provide counseling and provide all these things that you need, and you can, that child can grow up loving you and respecting you.
Amen.
And not looking at you as with fear.
Yeah.
And not that fear that they're respecting you, but that the fear that every time you say something that they have to back up because they're afraid of the parent. We can avoid that.
Yes, we can.
And if you're there, we can stop it and help you to be better parents.
Absolutely.
Good
Makes a lot of
stuff. Great
sense.
stuff.
Definitely.
King
We're going to
Center's
start that in August
Yes,
and make that available.
Yes.
And is that available not just in South Harrisburg, but
No,
everywhere?
it's all throughout the, you know,
County.
the Harrisburg
area, Harrisburg area.
Yes, some of the providers that I named, but it will be rolled out, and it will be a lot of advertisement.
Good, good,
And that's what we're working on now.
Right.
So everybody will know about Triple P,
Triple P.
Positive Parenting Program.
That's
So
good.
everyone, this is all over. This is all over the world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
This is, I know,
It's an evidence-based
from
program.
Australia, where we're working with them in Australia. So it's just new here.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I got to tell you, and it's so funny that you said Australia, because there's another program that we're doing through the Neighborhood Center, and it's actually through United Way, but it's a program called Circle Security Parenting,
Okay.
and that actually originated, I believe, in Australia as
Australia,
well. You know,
yes.
and we
Wow.
have a wonderful partner by the name of Camelia Menu out of
Okay.
HAC, and she's a professor there, but she's from Romania, and she
Okay.
brought the program here to Harrisburg, and we've been, you know, we rolled out one class, and now we're going to be rolling them out again.
Okay.
And then there's strengthening families and celebrating
Celebrating
families.
families,
So,
yeah.
you know, parents really do have, and Triple T is going to be fantastic. There's so
gonna be
many
great.
different great options, you know.
That's right.
Definitely.
And parents just got to get up and they got to come. And this is free to the public, is that
This
right?
is free.
Yeah, free program.
This is free. We
know.
try to do a lot of free events
Yeah.
so that people have no excuse.
No excuse, yeah. And by the way, the summer program is also free to the
The summer
girls?
program is also free.
Wonderful.
They need $25 for every Friday they go on. They travel.
Okay.
They do something. They do something outside of the building.
Nice.
We
Okay.
take them on a field trip.
Okay.
And because we're partnering with another organization for Fridays,
Okay.
this, you know, they're charging $25
That's okay. Yeah, that's small.
for
amount.
that. That's for the whole summer.
For the whole summer.
Whole
So
summer.
their only fee, I believe, is the $25.
$25 fee. Wow.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
we were trying to raise money so they didn't have to pay
Pay that.
anything.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because there are going to be some that have sisters, you know,
Sure.
siblings.
Right.
And believe it or not, you know, that is a hard thing to come up with.
Oh, yeah.
$25 is hard to come up with for a family that's on, you know, making a minimum wage.
Yeah.
You know, one parent working.
That's right.
And you know, to
Mortgages
say
due.
that, right?
Yeah.
You know, $25. We need $25. So we're asking people to contribute.
Sure.
You know, you can contribute to the King Center and say, "Here's $25. Let this pay for one of the young ladies."
Okay, that sounds
Makes sense.
excellent. And by the way, that is a limited enrollment program, the summer
Yes.
program, so people need to start enrolling now. And how can they
Exactly.
enroll, by the way, in that
They
summer
can
program?
enroll. You can go to the website, which is www.king-center.org.
Okay.
And you can go there and get an application. Our limit is 25, and we're at the halfway point, I believe.
Okay.
So I think if you're going to do this, you need to do it right away.
Right away.
You need to, and if you don't, if you need help, you can still get all the information on the website
Sure, okay.
as far as the girls program, and it gives you more information
Sure.
than what I can give you
Yeah.
today. It gives you more
Right.
detail.
Someone that doesn't have a computer in the home for whatever reason, can they just stop in the center and apply?
They can come to the center. We will be there. You can call. I'll give you a number to call. 717 233-6241. And someone's, there's a voicemail for that. You can call that number. That's the Martin Luther King Church, but you can leave a message for the King Center.
Wonderful.
Everybody can do that.
That's great.
And you have another program here, the Diabetes Hypertension Movement Initiative. Now talk about that one.
Yes, that program is that's the initiative that we're rolling out now, and that is about trying to alleviate diabetes in our community. It's very sad when it was a period of time last year that almost every week someone was telling me that they just found out that they had diabetes, ending up in a hospital because they had no clue that diabetes was in their system, and now they're on insulin. Their lives are completely changed.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're about preventing diabetes. So we're trying to tell that story. So it's going to begin rolling out June 1st, our diabetes initiative. And we did it this is our third year, the third year doing the diabetes initiative.
And do you have a workout? Because I saw something on one of your websites or something there, and I saw people working out. I was like, okay, this is good.
We offer free Zumba classes.
Okay.
We always start the Monday after Labor Day.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, well, the week after that first week, Labor Day week. So it would be September 8th.
Okay.
That Monday.
That'll be coming out.
Okay.
Yes. So it's from that Monday, and we end the last Tuesday, I believe, in November.
Okay. Nice.
And that's exercise, because the promoting of exercise help you.
Yes.
Not to, get that's another prevention method for diabetes, and we're working with Hamilton Health Center. We're working, and we're also working to help people with hypertension. We want to keep that down because diabetes and hypertension that's our focus.
Yes.
That is our focus, and we want to stay focused on those two.
Absolutely.
And so our events surround that. So we have a dinner that we'll have that follows Veterans Day at Monday. Starts, the doors open at 5 o'clock. You can come in and get screened for diabetes.
Okay.
And when you come in, when you get screened, you automatically, your name goes in the bowl, and we give out all kinds of prizes.
Oh, nice.
Very nice prizes.
Yeah.
And so the dinner is free. We serve a healthy dinner. We work with Giant Foods, or and our cooks work with, we make sure that we have a menu that is healthy.
Nice.
And so we serve people don't even know that we're serving a healthy meal.
Right.
But, and then at the end, we always tell them that, we give you, we have certain servings that we give them. We don't overload their place, and trying to show people how to eat in a way where it's healthy, and you can eat and it tastes good. And we have speakers that come in,
Nice.
and they talk about, we have some, they give testimonials that are suffering with diabetes, and they wish they had known some of these things. They wish they had taken advantage of screenings when they would have screenings at events. They just walk past because I don't need that. I'm fine. You look at me. I'm healthy. There's nothing wrong with me. I don't need to go to the doctors.
Yeah, right.
But we do these things, and we offer them free to the community because we, unfortunately, we have people that will not go to a doctor.
Oh yeah, that's true.
They will not go to a doctor.
How about this? We have people that won't go to church.
We have people that won't go
Now
to
listen,
church.
here's one of the things that was striking me as just sitting here talking now. We have Dr. Lavette Paige here, who's the pastor of Martin Luther King Baptist Church, and people always say, "Oh, the church isn't doing anything." Excuse me, all the stuff you just mentioned here that the King Center is doing, connected to the church. But that's kind of the history, especially of the African American community and all communities really. The church plays a tremendous role in a lot of what happens, but they never get credit for it. Not that you're looking for credit, but it's like, don't tell me the church isn't doing anything. So I just want to go on that little rant for a minute, because it's amazing that you really have, you've done some tremendous work in social justice areas, persons who are experiencing death, you know, so many, and I know you're involved in Heeding God's Call and so many other great things. Just don't tell me that the church is doing anything. So I just want to say that.
Also, you had mentioned earlier too that you're going to have an adjunct professor.
Oh,
Talk about that, because that's exciting.
Yeah, starting in August 11th, actually, I will be teaching at Lancaster Theological Seminary. The class is called Developing Leaders.
Nice.
And when I tell this to people, they say, well, you've been doing that all for years. And you don't really think about what you're doing. You just do it.
Just do it.
And so they evidently recognize that. And so I'll be starting there August 11th. So I was saying to you that June and July, I'm going to be reading. I have to focus on just reading textbooks because I'm excited, very excited about this phase of my life. And I love how God works.
Amen.
I love, that God will get you to a certain point and say, okay, then you've got to trust people in your life that work with you. And I have to take you to another place. And
you got your doctorate from Lancaster, right?
I got my master's and my doctorate from Lancaster Theological Seminary.
Fantastic.
So who would have thought that I'd be standing in front of the students? And so I'll be. He would have. Yes. Only God. I'll be team teaching with Michael Wilson. So that's going to be exciting. We're both looking forward to that class.
Great.
Well, you're also going to Cuba. Educational. Okay.
Yes, in September 18th to the 28th, I believe.
Educational.
We're going to Cuba, me and my husband. This is an educational tour, and I'm excited. My husband loves history and geography. That's his thing, and so I'm going with him because I'm just a learner, a lifetime learner. I just love learning. I love traveling. We've traveled all over the world.
I know you have.
To Africa and Europe and all over. And we just go and we try because in order for me to teach anybody, there's a song that says, if I don't go, I don't. If I don't, I don't know.
You don't know.
That's if I don't know, how can I go?
How can you go?
And so, it's important that I go and travel and then bring back my experiences to students in the church.
Give us that phone number one more time so that people might want to contact you.
You can call, I'm going to give you two numbers. For the girls program, I'm going to give you two numbers, 608-1249. And ask for Joy Hyman.
Joy.
And if you don't get an answer there, you can call 233-6241. That is the church number, but they will make sure that the King Center gets that message.
Well, we've quickly run out of time. I want to thank you so much, Dr. Paige, for coming on and talking about the wonderful King Center, King Community Center, a part of Martin Luther King Baptist Church out there on South Harrisburg, doing a great work. And this is a great lady, and I know that you're going to support her and all the wonderful persons there at Martin Luther King Baptist Church who are trying to do something for this community. That's what it's really all about, And so we're all in this thing together. Let's make sure that we step up and step out to make sure that we have a better community. I'm going to thank you for watching Life Esteem. Continue to do so. We'll see you next time on Life Esteem. Goodbye.